am Jakayla. So I am new to this whole YouTube thing, and I'm really just trying to see what works for me. So I'm gonna try standing and see if that, like, I don't know, helps it a little bit. My energy, I mean. So, really excited. Handmaid's Tale is one of my favorite shows. I did review episode 3, but the video didn't upload. And I think the 4 I didn't, and 5 I didn't either. But we're gonna get back into it. We're mid-season to Handmaid's Tale. I'm ready. I'm with it. Are you guys with it? Because I am with it. I love Handmaid's Tale. This is actually the show that got me into watching YouTubers review other shows, because at that time when I started watching Handmaid's Tale, I don't think I knew anybody else that was watching it like in person, and I only know like a few people who actually watch Handmaid's Tale, and barely a few that care enough to like watch it right when it comes out, so I had nobody to discuss it with. So I want to give a shout out to My Twisted Life in Poetry. Love her channel. I'm going to post it down below. And in my humble opinion, love her channel as well. I'm going to post that down below. Those are actually the first 2 channels that even got me into watching YouTube as heavily as I do. Like now I watch everything, on like almost everything. But those 2 are some I really like. In my humble opinion, she's a reaction YouTuber, and she watches and reacts. And in My Twisted Life Poetry, she recaps, reviews, and has discussion. As well as in my humble opinion, she normally has discussion and a thought-provoking question that she asks at the end. So, really love those 2 channels, really love their style. They're a little different, but both offer very good content. So, that was my little shameless plug to some people that I really admire in these YouTube streets. Anyway, let's go on. My style, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm going to try some reactions with, like, probably Queen of the South or some other TV shows. But it doesn't always work out for me because I'm a photographer as well as a website developer and a SEO strategist, and I also do like e-com. I do a lot of stuff online. So normally I'm like a hot mess while I'm doing everything, and like barely wearing any clothes and stuff like that, which is not YouTube appropriate. So the reaction's a little hard. That's normally how I look while I'm watching TV and working online. So, anyway, 2 minutes in, let's get into this recap and review, talk, discussion. I don't talk about everything in the exact order as it goes in. I may miss some scenes, I may forget some shit, and it's okay. Other channels, they're more comprehensive, and they probably will get more into discussion, and that's not me. But if I'm high, it probably wouldn't be. But anyway, so a little recap from last episode. June it up. I'm telling you, June messed it up. She messed it up. Ugh. Every action has a reaction, okay? It doesn't matter if the action is positive. Everything you do has a direct action. Every action has a consequence, no matter if positive or negative. And June, you up, man, I'm telling you. You should have never let what's your bad acting husband name? Luke. He's not horrible, but he's getting better. He's getting better. I feel like he's learning on the job. I feel like Pusey, which sorry, I call her Pusey. I know her name is Mora on the show. I switch, okay. I love Orange New Black. But I feel like Pusey is like, hey, come here. We're gonna work with you in your emotion a little bit because you're my acting partner. And a lot of my scenes got you in it because you don't have that many solo scenes, which I hate. But I get it. You only have an hour, and the main story's June. Cool. But I feel like she's like, hey, come here, let me help you out a little bit. But last episode, June pretty much asked him to show Serena the baby, and he did, and he met. It was an interesting encounter. Through that whole shebang, we pretty much end up seeing Luke get these cassette tapes with June telling him, like, move on, I love you, but I gotta say goodbye. Don't worry, I'm doing what it takes for Hannah and to get Hannah safe and everything. So it's cute, all that type of stuff. He delivers us the best acting that he's done the entire show, and really puts it in the feels, because he's kind of in a way, they're kind of a way of saying goodbye to each other. And I think this further solidifies the theory that June's not making it out. I've said in one of my other reviews that for some reason I feel, I'm still not sure how to word it, but for some reason a lot of this feels like, up until this episode, I feel like we are watching a story that has already happened. Does that make any sense? Because Gilead is supposed to be present day time. But instead, for some reason, this feels like, if this is present day time, like Gilead already happened in 1990. If that makes any sense. And so that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this. Like, it just feels very, it has felt very, I guess, documentary style. I don't know why exactly I feel that way. There's something in the way that the narration is, the verbiage. Something feels like this is June telling her story that she knows has already happened. And this is just her story that's being told after she's probably gone. And I also feel like there's been a lot of allusions to her dying. The first episode, it was almost 3 times where it was mentioned that she's gonna die. The first time, I remember it was with the commander's wife, who has Hannah, or as my life twist boys, I say Hannah Banana. I love that name. But Hannah, she said, like, you're gonna end up dying in front of your daughter. She's gonna end up seeing, you're gonna traumatize her. I feel like that. Then Nick said it, and I think Nick said it, and then Commander Lawrence said it. So, whew, it's gonna be interesting. Make Serena, yeah, so then the last episode pretty much ended on Serena being in the background of a televised, like, little portion that Commander had put together with Serena, and it just looked crazy. And they're pretty much asking for Nicole. Actually, I'm gonna call her Holly, because now this episode, I don't know if this was said before and I just missed it, but now this episode, it was solidified and said that the reason why Serena wanted the baby to be named Nicole all of a sudden, for sure, was to honor Serena. And now I'm like, F that. Now it's Holly. It's Holly all day. Holly! It's Holly all day long. Screw that. No more Nicole. No more Nicole. And you know what? Now, find out about Luke. No more Luke. I'm not Luke. Nick. F him too. Luke is your true love. He may not be a good actor, and he may have been a little sorry for his behind crying, but Luke is your man. F Nick. You ain't in love. That baby was not made out of love. I think it was made out of deceit. Deception type of tease. Anyway, sorry, I'm a little extra, but this show makes me extra. So the episode pretty much starts off with, like, Serena, and she's, like, pretty much, like, praying that the Martha's prayers doesn't come true, and this is the only way she pretty much has information, even to find out for a fact that they don't have Nicole yet, because they're still praying. And so she said that has to sign to her, and she's praying their opposite prayer, or that Serena and Commander just get hit by a bus. And I'm like, it's about time you bring that energy. Seeing him calling that big mama. June empowered Serena this whole time. She empowered Serena. She encouraged Serena. She pushed this. Handmaid's Tale, and this is just my personal breakdown. I think everybody will have their own interpretation, their own feelings, and their own thoughts if you watch the show. So from what I get from it is, I feel like it's kind of showing you, at least showing me in a way, kind of like, these people are not your friends, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's like, I feel like so much stuff that's happening is like further pushing and further showing June, that you ain't got no friends in this community. Ain't nobody your friend. These people aren't your friends. You know who your friends, you know who your allies? The handmaids. Because I feel like there's been so much focus from Serena, which I get it, because the handmaids are the most vulnerable ones. So her fighting the fight with the handmaids may not feel like it's going to get her all that far. But in parallel, like, to race, like right now, like, let me just put it in America. As a black woman, to be honest and be real, my best allies and my biggest allies are the black women. And I didn't always see that. Or always recognize that for a fact. You know what I mean? Like, the people who are going to best understand and relate to my feelings of how it feels like when you get pulled over is another black woman. Especially when I have had my kid in the car and I've gotten pulled over. And just the, like, I don't think there's any way to describe the anxiety and the peril and the way your body can just get cold. Even if you know you have all your stuff. I would never even drive with all my stuff, right? Because I have such a paranoia. Just seeing videos and just so much. And I also feel like that's also, this show makes you very desensitized to the horrors of Gilead. And this episode really just took home in traveling through a worse society, and it made you even, it took away that desensitization that they built up. We've seen so many horrors. We've seen Nick's wife and the lover she was with get pushed into the pool, even though we could see they were devout followers to Gilead, like to God, which is, if God is y'all's Gilead, then technically those were some of you, or at least the girl, was one of your most devout followers that you could have. Like, she really believed in y'all and, like, believed in y'all's word. So, I think that's a pretty, like, big parallel to how everything is now, that we're seeing that things can get worse. You know, we have a shooting that happens in Post, and we see, which I live in Orlando. I'm from Orlando. And we get shown something as horrible as Post, and then we get shown, well, before even Post, we get shown something as horrible as Sandy Hooks and see kids. And it's like, it keeps moving, and also becoming very consistent. And I feel like we get desensitized, and, like, who knows, if another elementary school, someone gets shot up or whatever, then that's when I feel like people will lose a little bit of that desensitization, because now it's even more of a shock and a horror. I don't know if that makes any sense, but a lot about Gilead and a lot about the Handmaid's Tale, and see, so, this is what I mean, guys. I'm not going to be I don't think I'm a recap or reviewer. I'm just a discussionist. Let's say that I'm a discussionist. So if you watch some people's recaps because you may not like have access to the show, you may not watch the show, you may just watch the recaps, then I'm not the channel for you. Like I said, My Twisted Life in Poetry, she's really good at like going through it step by step, order by order, scene by scene. I really like her for that. In my humble opinion, she has her reviews, reactions, and she watches it and has like parts of the show playing in the bottom or whatever. So I really like their style. So don't expect to get a comprehensive overview. But anyway, where was I at? Because I was just about to make a point that I was really thinking about, and I may have forgotten it, but I probably will come back to it. Oh yeah. Handmaid's Tale is has such a good way of showing of how much of a slippery slope shit is when you wait until it personally affects you. I feel like we all have to understand that if you wait until a certain time until something affects you, it's going to be too late, you know? If you wait until it's your kid that gets hurt at elementary school in order for you to get upset and to change gun laws, it's already too late. If you wait for it's your right to be taken away to do what you want to do with your body, it's already going to be too late. And that's why I don't believe in waiting until shit affects you to be upset about the shit, okay? And I get it. I get it that for some people it hits home and it hits more personal, and it puts a revelation in their mindset once they actually see things for how they can be. But that's a big reason why I feel like you just need to call out the bull before the bull happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this stuff could have been prevented if everybody realized that what will happen can affect you. If you hear anything in the background, my brother's here with my daughter, and they just got back out from outside, so hopefully the noise is a little down, but she is a 4-year-old and very rambunctious. So, that's my little spiel about that. Aunt Lydia really annoyed me at the beginning of this episode. Oh, Lord. She's like, ready to go? Oh my gosh, we're ready. Ah! And I'm just like, shut up. Like, please. Like, give this woman, like, a Xanax or something. Because her excitement, her energy, and not my energy. Like, whew, woman. But she kind of, like, had a little bit of a redeeming feature at the end. Aunt Lydia's a very interesting character, and I cannot wait. We have 2 more episodes, and we get her backstory. And I think the way this episode ended was very good parallel, and I'd be very surprised if we did not see Endowed, which is her real name, in the next episode for a good chunk of it. But it was very interesting, like I was talking about desensitization and how we are in this country. It was very interesting to see, like, even like Aunt Lydia to be kind of thrown off by the handmaid's rings, which, whew, when she took her, you know how like even how like that friend, who, she's probably really pretty without makeup, but she always wears makeup so kicked on, so you never see her real face. And then, like, one day, you see, what's up? That's how June's face looked. June was like, because I think June thought she was, like, maybe, like, a little rude or aloof because she wasn't talking at all. And I was confused by it, too. And actually, when they both passed her on the Escalade as they were walking in the building or whatever, which is just another reason why Aunt Lydia just annoyed me, because she was just like, it was built by a heretic. And I'm like, oh gosh. But I actually thought that, like, June thought that they may have been, like, someone she recognized that could be part of the resistance. I don't know, something. Maybe she saw them at Jezebel. I don't know. But I did not think about the fact that all of them had that vow of silence thing. Like, there you go. But that was very interesting. And another side note is, I feel like this episode hit even more home why Kylie and her friend dressing up as a Handmaid's Tale for a birthday party was not cute, was not fun, was not friendly. Because this is not cute. And I think this episode really hit home. So I know she's a big fan, and I think that's why she did it more than anything else. And trying to be cute and not thinking, because they don't think. All things all the way through, as you can tell. But yeah, I really hope that she watches this episode and really feels like, okay, I get why people didn't think this was as cute as I thought it was. Because this just, whew. And it was actually very interesting because Elizabeth Moss, which I love her, she was also on The View talking about this episode. And she pretty much, like, they asked her how did she feel about Kylie Jenner, and she didn't, like, trash her, but she said kind of the same thing I said, like, I don't think people may understand, like, how severe this really could be and how serious it is. So they didn't think it was cute either. She ain't trashing because she nice, she polite, but I would have been like, the whole stupid. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, so yes. Let's go to my favorite part. Okay, so I'm really sorry, guys, because I am definitely going to be saying Detective Stabler. My mom raised us on Law & Order, SVU, and the worst part about Law & Order is him being gone. So when I saw Christopher Milani, I was like, yes! Actually, last night I thought the episode was going to come on, and I was going to review it last night while my husband and daughter were asleep, but I realized, no, night before last, but I realized that it was Tuesday night and not, it was Monday night and not Tuesday night. So I couldn't. I was so mad. I kept clicking on the episode, and I was like, why is it not playing? And I was like, oh, wait. It's Monday night. That's what I get for doing that at 3 a.m. in the morning. But, anywho, I am a huge fan of Christopher Milani. I love everything he does. He was also in Underground recently that I saw, and he does such a good job of just playing that role. And I really do think that Serena and Waterford are not prepared for what they are getting into. They are not prepared. So basically what they're doing is Lawrence let Waterford take Serena because they're going to Washington and they're going to the Capitol. It's really nice to see a new, like, location. It's really nice to get a change of scene. They have this really powerful moment where when she's walking up, it looks like there's a cross in her eye, but she's really just looking at, like, the Washington Capitol, and I was like, the directing, the production, give them all the awards, let me tell you. So they're pretty much there. You could tell Commander Waterford is just out his little skeevies. He's like, whoo, can't wait to like boast about all this stuff and like become part of this community. But this really just further illustrates how massive and how huge Gilead really is. I'm so curious. Is Gilead all of America? Is it like California? Like, cause I know that they're fighting through certain places to take certain places back, like Chicago and stuff like that. So I'm just very curious about this. But anywho, to kind of get through this, so Waterford is like telling Serena like this could be really good. It could be good for us, and he's like this could be really good, and she's like, good for who? And he's like, us. Very interesting when they walk in. This is the first time I think that Serena and Rita not even been acknowledged, not even been seen, not even like, it's like they don't even exist to him. And then all of a sudden you see like a kid, he's like a little lighter than my complexion, I think. Or no, the girl, she's a little lighter than my complexion, and she's like, Daddy! And also like 4 more kids run in, and they're like, Daddy, Daddy! And he's just like, raw, and like giving hugs and picking them up, and like Serena's just like, are these all yours? And then I look, and I'm like, who is his wife? And it took me a second, and I was like, wait, that's the chick who broke Kareem's heart. Crazy girl who had like the facial reconstruction, all that type of stuff, when she got the building that fell on her. Elizabeth Rage is her real name, and apparently she's in some horror show I'm probably gonna end up watching one day, because I think that show's on Netflix. But she's also a very amazing actress, and you just get this picture painted of like what Gilead could be, and this is all Serena wants. Like Serena is like, I'm not that. But yeah, I think that's like, that was Serena. Like it just got her like, oh, we in the feelings, and like Waterford's looking at her like, this is what you want. This is what I can give you. If we just become the Waterfords again. Like I told you, Mama said in the other episode, you are the Waterfords. She's like, you are Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce. Bae, the Cardinals of Gilead. Own it. Recognize. Be it. So I feel like all of us got the feeling like, oh no, Serena's really gone. But I'm thinking, oh no, Serena was never there, June. So, anywho, we also see a scene where all of a sudden Nick pops up out of nowhere, and I guess they called for him, which is very interesting to me. And this is showing me, I think, that they know a lot more than the Waterfords are aware. And I feel like if Baby Nicole gets brought back to Gilead, which would be a tragedy and really sad, but now I guess I'm seeing that Canada probably will do it. I didn't think it would happen because of the tapes, and that maybe hearing that would solidify the fact that they don't have as strong of a call for paternity as they may think they have. But as My Twisted Life and Poetry pointed out, he doesn't even have a right to DNA because Luke is not anything to the child at all. But in my eyes, like, neither is Waterford and Serena then. But Nick is still their person, so I mean, I guess. But they're recording another video, and I guess they're alluding to the fact that Waterford's gonna record as many videos as he has to possible, because he's making a point. So what I was gonna say is, I think that the Waterfords think that by doing this, that they're gonna get Nicole back. If Nicole comes back, I don't feel like they're gonna get Nicole back. Theory alert. Theory alert. Theory alert. I don't feel like they're gonna get Nicole back. How do you guys feel? Do you guys think? I don't think so. I think. Hold on, let me take these shoes off. These shoes hurt my feet. I'm so short, and it feels better to record. But y'all see the height? The height just shrunk. Anyway, but I really do feel like they know, like Washington Capitol, Detective Stabler, and them, I think they know so much more than the Waterfords are even aware of. I think they know how many times, like, June is bullshit. I think they know how many times, like, their record's not spotless at all. Like, at all. Because even before June came in the picture, they alluded to some happening beforehand with their other handmaid. And he's always at Jezebel's, like, no. he's a little too messy with this stuff. Not saying that everyone else is perfect, because we're gonna get into Stabler, because woo child, they alluded to some stuff that's gonna make us get creeped out. Which is why I was so excited that he's the one playing this role. I cannot imagine anyone else but Christopher Milani playing this role. I love him so much. He's one of my like low-key faves. But anywho, I think that Nicole does come back. I think they're gonna like immediately hang both of them, or they may make Serena handmaid. Well, I don't think she can get pregnant, or can she? No, I don't think she can get pregnant. But so they may, or she could be a Martha. Something's gonna happen to the Waterfords. It's not gonna be what you think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be what they think it's gonna be. There's been too much that's happened, and I think they know all of it. I think they know the fact that Serena let the baby go, all this type of stuff. Like if the people know, so they know. They're not stupid. But I do love the contrast of how the capital to like where they are in Gilead is just so horrific. Like I said, I think we've been desensitized by the show and the horrors that can happen, and now it's taking it up. It's upping the ante and it's showing you like, oh, we can do this, but we can also do this, and it's terrifying and it's scary and it's just like. It made my nerves so bad, like, watching the show the whole time. I had so much anxiety. But yeah, so, like, Nick shows up, and then, like, it was really awkward, because Commander Waterford's like, hey, Nick, go stand in my place so I can see, like, all the whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and, you know, stuff like that. And Nick stands there, and he, like, says a little quirky line and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh, no, oh, no. Because I just had a creeping feeling. I have never been attached to Nick as a character, because Nick never gives us anything. Do you realize that people who are attached to Nick are attached to Nick because of June's feelings towards Nick, not because of what Nick is, not because of how Nick is making us attached to him. It's an illusion. And so because of that, like, when I always see like stuff like on Instagram, because I follow the hashtag Handmaid's Tale, and people are always like making like pictures and like, oh, Nick and June, like the love, like the forbidden love that never be, and like romanticizing it, and I'm always just like, there's something off about him. He survived too much stuff, like way too much. Like I don't know. So, because like I said, I'm not doing like a straight thing or whatever. So we can go ahead and get to Nick, because Nick was the other reveal. So June pretty much ends up talking to Switzerland, because Switzerland is going to be the neutral party in this situation, and they're pretty much like telling her, we need you to show us exactly like who's in charge, like what's going on, because we don't know who's the enemy in this situation. We don't know how, like, where to go with this. I don't know how I feel when it comes to Switzerland talking like this, because I don't trust them. Because Switzerland is the neutral party. And I do believe that if you play in the middle, you're going to get shot. And so I do believe that they don't have any intentions on playing in that middle. I think they have intentions on being far back from as possible. And so I don't think they want to take anything from Gilead. I don't think they want anything from Gilead, but I don't think they want to help with Gilead. And June knows that, so she straight up says, like, I know you guys have no intention on helping. I'm not going to ask that. All I want you to do is keep Nicole where she's at. And they tell her that Canada doesn't want to fight. And I'm so mad, because I really thought that, like, with the way they were pushing the show Canada last season, with how when the letters got released and how strong everyone was like, get out, get out, get out. And with them having, like, it seems like a gay ambassador, or prime minister, or whatever they have in Canada, I really felt like they would be like our liberal voices in America in a way, and would be ready to fight for us as well, or for Gilead as well. Say us, because America is the closest to becoming that shit. But they quickly allude to the fact that Canada doesn't really want to get their hands wet or dirty, so they may give the baby back just so they don't have to fight, because Gilead has such a strong army, and that's one of their biggest defenses. And I thought about it, and I was like, that would be true. Canada is attached to America, not literally, but the physicality, layout. Canada is So it wouldn't be that hard for Gilead to just, and America is known for their strong, so if Gilead took over all of America's military forces, yes, it would be a tough fight for Canada. But I do feel like if they end up giving Nicole back, that Canada would not be able to deal with their citizens, because the citizens will be outraged that they're giving into that system. So I'm very, very intrigued on how it's going to work out, and this leads into this. So Serena's like, Nick, he can tell you the truth. He can give you who it is. And I think this also alludes to the fact that it's so hard to dismantle a system when you don't know who you're going after. Like, how do you break down a system when you can't shoot in the dark? They shoot in the dark, they could lose people. And it's a very bad strategy to just try to go for it. You take down Capitol, but if you take down Capitol, who knows? Like, what will we do? So they told her, okay, we'll talk to Nick, and after we talk to Nick, we'll see if what he gives us, Nicole gonna stay in Canada. We'll make sure she stays. But that was kind of iffy to me, because I was like, but I thought you guys were just conducting interviews and talking and being the neutral party. I didn't think you guys were making decisions. So I was really confused on what is Switzerland's place in the situation then. So that happens, and then Nick comes at night. The Nick comes out at night. The Nick comes out at night. Let me stop. So Nick comes out at night and sees her, and they make out in the streets. I'm just like, yeah. Everybody has to know that this is this girl, real baby daddy, not Waterford. Everybody gotta know. Anywho, so then you see them talk, and she begs him, and he's like, I don't like getting involved in politics. And he doesn't seem like he's really with it, but she begs him, and then he ends up going, and then that's when it breaks down. Because the lady from Switzerland, she's like, you don't know him. You don't know what he did before. We can't trust him. We're just going to still continue discussion. And June is just like, wait, what? So then she asked Serena, like, what did Nick do before? And she was like, he was a leader, a soldier in our crusade. So then it gets, like, revealed, which I already thought was obvious, that Nick had a lot bigger hand. Oh, there was some flashback. I have to go back and watch and see if I can find it. But there was some flashback of Nick. Back in the day, I remember about, I think it was, I don't remember. I'm going to have to find it. But there's some, we got a little bit of flashback when it came to Nick in some episode. And I think it was season 1. I rewatched season 2, but I did not rewatch season 1. I may rewatch season 1 because I have to go edit in a little bit after I record this and it's uploaded. While it's uploaded, I'm going to edit. I got to work on some website stuff. So today's get shit done day, for real. But, which is why I'm getting you this video on time. So let's take this brief moment so I can say, will you please like, comment, and subscribe, because I am working to get this channel monetized. I think all of us would like to if you're on YouTube. So give me that chance as well, please. If you like my content, if you like the way I'm talking, I'm going to be bringing a lot more to this channel. I'm going to be very consistent with it. I'm going to be bringing some personal stuff, some stories that I have about my life, and also reviews, of course. It's going to be my continuous content, but I'm going to also bring some personal stuff. And then also talk some stuff in the streets. Like, I like to rant about a lot of people, so the stuff that my husband don't want to hear, I'm show y'all, okay? And then also my husband will be with me on some reviews. So we're gonna keep this consistent and keep it going, chugging along. So if you wanna like, comment, subscribe, please comment though, for real, so I can talk to you, because I love talking about this show, and that's a big reason why I'm getting into this. But also I would like to get a paycheck soon, eventually. But I know that you got to work towards it, and that's why I'm working towards it. Passive income all around. I'm also going to be talking about passive income too. So if you want some of that content, you better come out. I'm going to talk a lot about drop shipping and stuff as well. And also, like I said earlier, I'm an SEO strategist, so I'm also going to be talking about that too. So let's empower people, all right? Anywho, so Serena is shocked. But yeah, Nick was one of those people who helped make sure your kid was gone from you, girl. Like, duh. And that's when we get this eerie scene of Nick walking through the soldiers. And, why did you put this two together? Because I was kind of thrown off too, because he's made a commander. He was made a commander, but now he's told to go into the war. And so for me, sorry, it's my husband. So for me, I was like so confused. I was like, so he's made the commander, but now he's also told to go into war? Huh? Because I was like, what's the point? You're just gonna lose your commander. But bitch, he's the commander, and you know what? He's so deceptive. This little mofo is so deceptive. Let me tell you why. Because the whole time he's using his verbiage wisely. I waited my orders. I got my orders to go fight in the war. Yeah, you got your orders, but you're not telling her that you're leading. You're not just a soldier. He's probably gonna lose his life. They don't send the commander in the front of the line. His army is the first in the line. That's the problem. That's the way he maneuvered and swerved around that situation. Now, granted, do Nick and June have a lot of time to talk? Nah. The two of trying to make sure they're not hung on the wall for sleeping with each other. But Nick has been playing us this whole time, playing y'all. I ain't never been attached to him. He's been so just like stoic and like weird and like you're a little too elusive for me. But then again, I guess when it's either him or creepy ass Waterford. Ooh, let me go with that. So that's one storyline we got. So that's one storyline we got. Next thing we got was what if we're playing pool? And Christopher Milani's like, my dog, you got Switzerland to come to us. I'm with you, bruh. Thank you. You know what? This could be you one day. This could be you. This could be you. So what if it's like drooling with the thought of power? And then Christopher Milani comes over and he like leans on him a little bit and it's like, oh. So they've already alluded that Christopher Milani want that ass. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested. And I'm also very scared and very nervous. Because Waterford is a lot of things, but I don't think he's sexually fluid. But I think Christopher Milani maybe. And I think we're going to see what would Waterford do to gain power. How far will he be pushed to gain power? And honestly, I think he'll do anything. So this is going to be very intriguing and very interesting. And I don't know. It makes me nervous the road this show is about to go down. But I'm excited. But it still makes my nerves bad. So the last scene we pretty much get. How did exactly it end? I don't really remember, to be honest with y'all. But most likely the last scene we're going to talk about is Serena and June. There is where Abe Lincoln. Oh, that's the last scene I remember now. Where Abraham Lincoln was, he no longer has a head, and all the inscription on top of it is gone. And like we missed a scene right before that. What's her name? And out Lydia, Aunt Lydia, brings June that mouthpiece thingy that goes over. And then they have like, then June is like, do you want us to be silent? And she's like, no. And they have this crying scene together. I'm like, okay, y'all about to give us some Aunt Lydia, and I can take Aunt Lydia. Aunt Lydia is who I feel like people thought June's character was gonna go towards, and I feel like Aunt Lydia's gonna be broken because Aunt Lydia truly does believe in this society and this community. Because I do feel like Aunt Lydia truly does believe in God. Whereas other people, they're really just trying to do this because they just want what they want. Serena just wants a baby. She don't give about God. She just wants a baby. That's all she wants. She wants babies. So that scene happens, and the next last scene is June at the Abraham Lincoln statue, and then Serena walks up, and then I think this is where June finally realizes that Serena is not your friend. 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 And not your kid's mother either, so stop saying that to her. Gosh. They pretty much have a really good back and forth. Gotta give props to Elizabeth Moss and Yvonne. Did Yvonne win the award last year for her? I think Elizabeth Moss won it. Either way, they could rotate for all I care for this award because they both are amazing actresses, and when they're together, I'm just like loving it, but also petrified at the same time. I think Yvonne is the only one who can go toe to toe with Elizabeth Moss for her acting. She got it. I'm toe to toe with you, girl. Toe to toe. So Elizabeth Moss is talking to Yvonne, and I know it's so weird I use their real names, but you can totally tell I'm an actor and a theater kid. That's how we roll. But they're going back and forth, and Elizabeth Moss like, you weak, you small, you don't know love, you'll never know love, because this ain't love. Love is what I did, sacrificing my kid. And I think it really gets shown to us that the whole reason why Serena is even doing this in the first place is because she's mad that June is not with her kid. But I also think that this is a big reason to show Elizabeth Moss that every action has a reaction. Every action has a consequence, whether positive or negative. For you staying, this is what happens. And it is what it is. Because now, everything's already set in motion. The ball's already set in motion. Now we just got to see how it's all going to play out. But what if she would have went? What if she would have never called Luke? What if? But, anywho, they have a very powerful dialogue and very, very powerful monologue. Let me see if I wrote any notes about that. I don't think I did. Okay, yeah. So, the last thing we pretty much have after that beautiful, powerful dialogue and monologue, which, yeah, she also told Serena, like, or June, I should have put a ring in your mouth, showing that she should have just clamped her mouth shut as soon as she walked in her house. I was like, wow, maybe she told your husband to keep it in his pants and not have heard the other handmaids before, too. You know, just saying, I'm just saying. Not like he could procreate anyway. I wonder if... No, I'm not going to say that. I do wonder if Serena... no, I don't think so. It was a far-fetched theory I had in my head. But yeah, so the whole thing pretty much ends like with this powerful scene. I'm like just rewatching like a little bit of the clip or whatever so I can remember. Because I have a very bad memory. Yeah, so it ends with this powerful scene of like they are at, you know, the Washington, like, you know, the reflection, I think it's the reflection, where Martin Luther King Jr. Had his infamous speech. And this is another one of those televised events. They have all the handmaids all down. There's a whole bunch of them. And they're having, I think Serena like lead again, or June lead prayer again, I think, at the end. And I really think this last scene was to really illustrate the breakdown of June realizing these people are not your friends. These little all scan folk and can folk, whatever message you gotta take from me, baby June, take it, okay? Run with it. Thank you. Next. And then the next scene was pretty much showing like, I think an allusion to the fact that we're now gonna start seeing June really lead these handmaids to revolt. Because, you know what, at the end of the day, it's not going to take these outside forces. It's not going to take them. It's going to take dismantling the system from within. And I think June's going to lose her life dismantling the system. But it's going to be for a worthy cause. And then I think maybe everyone will be reunited. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know if it's even going to end. We may not even really get an ending. I can see Margaret Atwood doing that to us. Because the next book is coming out, and I'm really excited for it. But I do think we're off book for this season. And I do think that she's doing a really nice merge of the books with where the writers have went. And I also know that she has a hand in where the script goes. So, Game of Thrones, y'all really could have taken, you know, some cues from this. Instead of just acting like y'all gonna write, work with George R. Martin and then George R. Martin and then mislead us and go way off his base. But anywho, that was my discussion / weird review recap of episode 6, season 3 of Handmaid's Tale. This director, I did not recognize her name, and I cannot pronounce her name, and I will not do it because I will not disrespect her. But when I find it, I will put it right here. She did an amazing job, and I think that these writers, these actors, whoever had a direct hands in this, need to keep it going for us. But then again, I also do feel like the other directors did a really good job of leading us to this point. This is a pivotal point. This is probably the most iconic episode of this show, I think, because this is really about to be that moment where June becomes that big. Finally. So, anywho, again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, like I said, I'm trying to really grow this channel. So now I'm going to start asking for me and be like, please, y'all, please. But I'm going to keep the content going. And please comment, most important, please like the video so YouTube knows I'm here, because I know that helps with YouTube's algorithm. But also, please comment and discuss with me. I have a really hectic schedule, and it's really hard for me to even be able to record. So when I am able to bring content, I'm really working to find time to bring the content. So I would really appreciate it. But you can also follow me on Instagram at Jakayla Rivers, JAKAYLARIVERS. Or you can follow my photography stuff at The Rivers Photo, or my SEO stuff at The SEO Babe, and then have other stuff we're not gonna talk about. All that. All right. See you guys later for episode 7. They also have not let out a promo for episode 7, so I'm like waiting for it. So, all right.